Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is the official kickoff of our lounge paneling project. Some of you may have seen we did a paneling project in our dining room. We're going to be running it into our lounge today. And little confessional, I filmed this whole intro last night. Friday after work, we were like, do you know what, let's just go to B&Q, get all the supplies so that we can wake up on Saturday and just have a productive day DIYing and just getting it all done. However, we went to our normal B&Q last night and their big saw was broken, so I used their free cutting service to be able to cut our panels down to size. It's like a money saving hack basically. Their saw's broken, don't know when it's going to be up and running again. Our next nearest store is 𝘬𝐻𝐿𝐻. They don't have the wood that we want, so we're going to have to go all the way to the other side of Cardiff to Culverhouse Cross, I think. I've never actually been there, so that's our plan for today. We're gonna pop out. We need to get the MDF. It's a bit of a tip in here, but in case you haven't seen, this is the paneling that we did for our dining room. Ignore all the DIY supplies on the table. So we're doing like a really wide board shiplap. What we use is the massive sheets of MDF. We use the 6mm ones, and basically, spoiler alert, we're just going to use adhesive and nails to attach it to the wall. Let me take you into the lounge, show what it's looking like now, look at the look before, and then we'll head out. Okay, so all of the furniture has been moved to one side of the room, and this is the before of the wall. So it's just a bit of a plain wall. This is the wall that you see as soon as you walk in, and obviously I just want to add like a little bit more kind of detailing to it. We just love how it turned out in the dining room, and it would just be nice to kind of continue it all the way along. So we're basically doing exactly the same size panels. I think they are 38.2 centimeters wide. So we need to get 3 big sheets of MDF, which is going to cost around £60. So like it's a pretty budget friendly option if you want to do this kind of style of things. We just get it cut down to size from B&Q. It's free. You may notice I have changed my first ever plug socket, and I'm really proud of myself. So we had that really old kind of white one. I've changed it out for our new one. I will be cutting the paneling to go around that, obviously. But we have these kind of like little black, I think they're called face plates, to kind of go on top of them as well. Obviously I need to take this piece of art down because that's not going to stay there. To be honest, this is a pretty easy project to do. It seems a bit daunting, but it's way easier than you think it's going to be. So if you are a beginner to paneling, then stay tuned, because honestly it is really simple to do. One thing that I will say is that we don't get B&Q to cut our boards to length. We just get them to cut the width, and we actually cut the length here ourselves. So you could obviously go in with like a complete spec of all the size panels you want, and they'll cut it for you. But we just because our ceilings aren't perfectly straight, we just like to kind of do the length cuts ourselves. So that is the plan for today. We just pop out to B&Q. Steve just got back from the gym. He's just getting ready so he can come with me and do all the heavy lifting. When we did go to B&Q last night, I actually picked up a paint sample, which is not white or black, shock. And I've been painting some paint samples on the wall because you guys know that I really want to get started on our hallway project soon, so I've got some really exciting plans for that. But yeah, I'm going to stop waffling on and let's go to B&Q. You ready? Born ready. Right, we need one of those special trolleys. I think this is us. Are you okay?
6mm MDF.
Yeah, so this is the one that we get. 6mm MDF. That size, £24 a sheet, but we get trade discount. gotta press the button, Steve. Right, I'm ready for you. Where have you put my beautiful canvases, babe?
Just right here, man.
Can't leave those behind. Bam!
Where do you want to put them?
Will they kind of just like lean? Yeah, that'll be alright. Like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hello over there. Hi. We are loaded up. Aren't you so glad I made you go up and down the clearance aisle, because we have got some bargains, didn't we?
We did.
Absolute bargains. I'll show you guys when we get back.
Are you gonna put a frame around them again, like? Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I can paint them and then like hang them.
Yeah.
And then reframe them later. Right guys, we are back from B&Q. As you can see, Steve has brought in all of the wood, which is really, really helpful. So, like I said earlier, we had to go to a different B&Q, which is at Culver House Cross. Actually a really nice B&Q. And I saw they had a couple of like clearance sections, so I was like convincing Steve to come and take a look with me. It was worth it. So if you guys have watched my last video, my camera doesn't want to focus. We picked up some wallpaper that was on clearance in our B&Q for £11. You'll never believe what we found. We found the wallpaper in their clearance for £1 per roll. So I think we've actually got the receipt for our other one. We might be cheeky and return the £11 one. We picked up two. We only need one to do the hallway project. But I did say like, oh, it'd be really nice to do the same wallpaper like inside the hallway cupboard where we put all like our dog leads and coats and shoes and stuff. I just thought it'd be quite a nice like tie through. So yeah, we picked up two of those rolls, so £2 for all of that wallpaper. Each roll is like 10 meters long as well. So really, really chuffed with that. Also, this is all stuff that we just definitely didn't need, but was like really glad that I saw. They had two of these canvases. It's quite big, I'm trying to show you. So they had two of them. They're massive square canvases. They're each 90 by 90 centimeters. So obviously earlier you guys saw in the lounge that we have that canvas up at the moment. That is 90 centimeters by probably like 120, something like that. And I was thinking like, it does just kind of look a little bit small on that wall. It's such a big canvas. And obviously buying canvases are quite expensive. So they had two of these, £7 each. I was trying to like research when we were in B&Q and see how much canvases are at Hobbycraft. And for a canvas, a quarter of this size, they charge you £11. So obviously like the roses are definitely not my kind of vibe. So I will be doing a little DIY painting hack with that. But 14 quid, we'll do like two same but different, kind of like side by side prints. I think that'll be really cool. So I'm really excited to do that. Not in this video. Subscribe, stay tuned. I'll be doing a DIY with that soon. Also, Steve has just bought in this for me. I bought myself from Amazon. It's quite heavy now. I got myself, it's a heavy duty camping table, but I saw the, a lot of people were using them as like DIY tables. We keep on like cutting stuff, leaning on a bench and stuff, which isn't ideal. So Steve's gonna go out and set up that table so we can do all of our cuts outside, keep all the dust out of the house. And I just basically wanted it as like a affordable kind of workbench situation. So, oh God, my hair is so frizzy at the moment. Yeah, it's a little bit later than we thought we were gonna start. It's like 11:45. But basically we've got everything ready. We just need to crack on, get the cuts, get these panels up on the wall. Hopefully it won't take us too long because we've done this before. So I feel like we're not as nervous doing it. So yeah, we're just gonna crack on. How's it looking? Is that sturdy? I think it said it, oh my God, it's a bit wobbly.
Yeah, well the legs aren't fully kicked out. So
oh, okay. I think it said that it could hold like 100 kg or something crazy like that. Oh, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah.
It's got a little lock on it, so it locks the bit in place.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. So yeah, it's just like a nice, like obviously eventually this will kind of just live in our garage once we've got that all sorted out, but...
You need your bed saw?
No, I'm going to use the one that's in there on the table. But yeah, it's just a nice little workbench. We'll set up our extension lead here, plug in our saw, and it's just a bit safer to do the cuts. Also, it kind of saves our back as well than having to like bend over and cut on something like that. What are you eating grass for? Dogs aren't meant to eat grass, silly. But yeah, Steve's just going to pop the extension lead out. Oh, has it been tidied away? But yeah, so we'll have a nice little conveyor belt, measure in the lounge, mark up here, bring it out, cut, take it back in, lovely stuff. First things first, I started by measuring. So like I said before, our ceiling isn't perfectly straight. I don't think any ceiling really is. So I started off by figuring where I was going to put my first panel. I was going to start in the middle, work my way out. So I measured the distance between the skirting board, the ceiling, measured it up, and I used my big circular saw to make my cuts. Once we'd cut them down to the right length, I did give them a really quick sand just to make sure they're really smooth, and we dry fit them before we attach them. Don't let this video fool you. It took us more than one attempt to get them to the exact right length. But once we did get it the right length and the dry fit went great, we put on some adhesive onto the back. I just used some stronghold adhesive, which I use in my caulking gun. I just put several dabs on the back of the panel and then press it up against the wall. For the spacing between the panels, I'm actually using two 2p coins, which I think is about like 1.8 millimeters, something like that. So for me, that gives the perfect kind of space between each panel. And it makes sure that you're getting the space consistent every single time you do this. Once they were up and in place, we pressed them down just to make sure that the glue was adhering to the wall. And for extra precaution, we used the nail gun just to fire in some nails and make sure they were really, really safe. We then also used a hammer just to tap in the nails. Sometimes they don't sit perfectly flush, so we were just tapping in any nail heads that were just sticking out ever so slightly. And it's as simple as that, guys. So basically this is very much just rinse and repeat. Once you have the first couple of boards up, honestly, you will fly through them, and it definitely gets easier the more you kind of do and the more you learn. Right guys, I probably need to change into a t-shirt because I'm getting hot, but little update, are we like halfway through? It's very deceptive, I can't really tell, but we've got 5 panels up. Steve, do you remember what time we started?
No.
I think we started at like 12 and it's now 1 o'clock. So it's taken us an hour to do 5. I think that the more that we do it, like we're getting more brave with our cuts, because I'm someone who would rather not cut too much off and then take more and more and more off if it's too big. But we're being a bit like, no, this is ridiculous. We're coming in and out so many times just to like take a little like sliver off. So we're being a bit more brave with our cuts. Yeah, we've kind of been working our way out. So we've probably got 2 more to go there, and I reckon 3 to go there, but we've got a cut around that plug socket. Last time in the dining room, it was easier because that plug socket kind of fell in between 2 boards. So I took a little notch out of 2 boards. That obviously doesn't fall, it's gonna fall in the middle of a board. So I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna do that, but we'll see when we get to it. Normally you can just like slightly loosen the screws, and because the panels are so thin, you can kind of slide them like underneath, like kind of a little bit behind the cover. So yeah, we're gonna break for lunch now, get a bit of fresh air, just chill for like a little bit, and then we're gonna get back on it again. And we're hoping, we're a lot more speedy this time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Where have you gone? There you are. Yeah, we're a lot more speedy this time than we were in the dining room. So we're hoping that it should take us like maybe another hour, hour and a half after lunch to get that done. Then we can like fill any holes and cork and everything. And the cork that we have is fast drying. Always get the fast drying ones. It takes about an hour to dry. So we can probably prime it this evening, which is really exciting. So, gonna stop speed talking and have some lunch.
The aftermath. Just gotta stay classy, even when the fuck gets a little crazy. Yeah, I'ma be mellow, free flowing like a beach jello. Don't want no drama back, coming like Othello. Tryna stay above, watching from the stars, Apollo. Get the bed on my system, just wanna let you know I can be soft on the outside, cause I'd rather not have to start fights. But don't be testing my inner patience, you don't wanna cross that.
Oh, don't try to tag me, don't try.
Okay, we are done. So, time now is 3:30. So I think we started at about, 12 o'clock, didn't we, Steve?
Something like that, yeah.
We had about, I don't know, half an hour lunch break, 40-minute lunch break.
Yeah.
So it took us probably about 3 hours to do all of it. It's done though, and I feel like we've learned a lot from doing it last time, like just way quicker. our cuts are better, it's more accurate. The only thing is we started off by marking the center point of the wall so that we could go out, and I don't know how I've managed it again, but it's like the center point is now slightly that way. It's only like by, I don't know, half a centimetre or something. So like when they're up, you don't know, obviously, like you can't really tell in the grand scheme, but I don't know how I managed to get it off every time. But yeah, really happy. I feel like we've got them a lot flatter than we did last time. Yeah, and let me quickly show you what we did around the plug socket. So obviously it's not got the faceplate on it yet, but what we did is, because we kind of wanted it to slide it in behind the plug socket, you can see that we cut a kind of rectangle out of here, slid it in, and then added this afterwards. So obviously we're gonna have to fill in these kind of lines here, but where it is, it's not that noticeable, so we're not too concerned about it. But overall, it's looking really good. It's the same thing again, isn't it, Steve? Where like, because it's brown, it automatically looks so much darker in here. Oh, Steve's just like packing up the table. That table, so worth it, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it just, I don't know if you can see what he's doing, but it just literally like the legs fold in. I mean, anyone who's seen a camping table before will get it, but it just folds in half. So it like stores away really, really easily, but it's just gonna make things a lot easier for us. So yeah, we've got a lot of cleaning up to do. Not so much in here, just mainly like putting stuff away that we don't need. But next up is filling in any nail holes, which to be fair, we've been using our nail gun and you can barely see them, but once it's painted, you will kind of see them. So we're gonna fill in any nail holes with a filler. Obviously, I said that I have to fill in those cracks there. We're gonna caulk around all the edges. I need to caulk the top of the skirting board as well. And then once that's dry, we can paint. I don't think we'll be painting today. I don't think that's realistic. I'm quite tired. I think we've done a really good job so far. I thought Steve was involved in the conversation there. Are you happy to paint on a different day?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's that decided. So yeah, just caulking now, and then we'll leave it to dry, and then we can paint on another day. Good morning, guys. So, obviously the wall is panelled. I think I showed you that yesterday. Today is meant to be our Sunday fun day, which we are still gonna do. So like I said, we're trying to do like productive Saturdays and then not do any DIY on a Sunday and actually do something fun instead. We are still going to be doing our Sunday fun day, but we did just kind of want to paint this. Like I said before, we'd obviously originally tried to pick up our supplies on the Friday so that we could have a full-on day of doing it on the Saturday. That didn't happen. We didn't get to start the project until like midday yesterday, so we kind of lost like a whole morning. So we did want to at least get the primer on this weekend. So what I'm going to quickly do now, it's like 8 AM. I'm going to sand down the bits that I filled. I've got a couple of bits on the skirting board that I need to sand as well, and we're just going to whack on a coat of primer on this. Steve's just having breakfast, so he's going to help me as well. It shouldn't take us too long, but we just wanted to kind of get it done. And then like the kind of top coats, we can just get done in the evenings during the week and stuff. So this is our starting point for today. I've got to do my makeup. I need to like just crack on. We're going to get pretty dirty, shower, then we're going to head out and have our little tour around Cardiff.
Reel me in to get it going, open me up. Sweet talking like you mean it, but you're making it so complicated. I f***ing hate it. Every time I get too close, you push me away. Don't wanna stick, telling me you don't want any obligations, and how you hate them. Don't call me just 'cause you're lonely. You know you're killing me slowly. No, maybe I'm yours, maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me. Give me something straight from your heart. All this insecurity is tearing me apart. You're making me sleepless. You're making me sleep. I keep losing in this game of playing pretend. I don't wanna be a 4 a.m. I'm suffocating just by waiting on you. So don't call me just cause you're lonely. You know you're killing me slowly. Nah, maybe I'm yours, maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me give me something straight from your heart. All this insecurity is tearing me apart. You're making me sleepless. Maybe I'm not. I think about it way too much, and every single thought is making me give me something straight from your heart. All this insecurity is tearing me apart. You're making me just cause you're lonely.
Okay guys, it is Monday morning. I just wanted to show you quickly how the primer had dried. So obviously covered a lot of like the wood, but it's very blotchy as you would expect after one coat. Steve has a little bit of time before work, so he's gonna actually crack on and do another coat on here. Yesterday I bought in these canvases that I got because I just wanted to kind of see size-wise what they would look like. And honestly, they are perfect. So the last canvas that we had up here was exactly the same height, just a little bit wider. But I feel like because this is such a big expansive wall, it kind of needed something a bit bigger. So I think these will look really, really good. I have just got the paint ready for Steve to crack on. So we're gonna use this, which is actually furniture paint, but it's basically just self-priming, like wood paint. I get it from, it's this brand 𝐔𝐩𝐥𝐻, which you can get at B&Q. We went for the brilliant white and the flat matte. So you can also use, they have like a multi-surface paint. You can use that as well. But that's all they had in stock. So technically I think you should really do like 2 coats of primer, but what we're gonna do is like 1 coat of primer, and then that has basically got like self-primer in it. Oh my God, massive spider.
Oh wow.
That was behind that canvas. There's another one up there as well. Oh my God. It doesn't look that big on camera, but it's pretty big. Where do they keep coming from? It's like spider season, I hate it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys with Steve to get another coat on this wall. I think it's gonna need 1 more after this coat as well. So yeah, go on, babe.
Gotta make sure I don't drop them in the paint.
Got to make sure you don't smear them on the wall as well. Yeah, anyway, so I think he's gonna need 2 more coats of paint. Last time in the dining room, we actually did 2 coats of this paint, and we did just normal white emulsion on top, because from my research, if you have primed the wall, you can just paint emulsion on it as long as you've primed the wood properly. Obviously we're not as conscious about this because it's not like painting a bit of furniture that's going to get scuffs and stuff on it. So yeah, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Stephen.
Hi.
Who's going to be painting away. Right, Steve has nearly, he's just doing the edging at the top, nearly finished the second coat. It's looking a lot better. I'm kind of thinking about like the third coat if we just go in with emulsion, because the emulsion paint that we have, like the opacity is so good on it. Like it's so, it's so, I don't know the word, coveraged. It has really good coverage. Oh my God, you can tell my brain's not like working yet. I'm kind of tempted just to go in with the emulsion, like this is properly primed now. We did that on the last paneling, it turned out really, really nice. So I'm thinking,
oh yeah, I reckon this.
maybe just the emulsion next.
Yeah, I reckon so.
So we've done a coat of primer, a coat of furniture paint, and then a coat of emulsion. Yeah, so I think we'll do that next. Obviously we have to wait for this to dry. I'm gonna try and squeeze it in on our lunch break so that it's dry by the end of the day. And we can move all of our furniture back and actually start sort of using this room again, which would be nice. And then our sofa should be here in a month today.
Oh, is it? Is it a month today?
Well, that's what they said to me on the phone, but whether it wasn't like an official date. Yeah, look at these sleepy little doggies. Little DIY doggos down here. Cool, right, I will check back in with you guys when we're on the third coat. But we're just painting white now, so it's not the most interesting thing, is it really? It's the final result you guys are gonna wanna see. Okay guys, so I did say that we were gonna do another coat on this wall, and we will be. It is now dry. We have run out of time and I wanna get this video up tonight for you guys. So you are they're gonna have to check back in. Obviously it's just painting it white at this point. We're just gonna use our standard Dulux Trade, standard emulsion for the third coat. So it's gonna be pretty uninteresting for you guys to watch anyway, to be perfectly honest. It is so nearly there. There's a couple of little blotches and stuff. Obviously it needs another coat, but we're so nearly there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I tried to break it down a lot more than I did last time, because I feel like when we did the dining room, I was kind of learning on the job sort of thing. But this is a really easy project to do. So if you guys are looking to do a paneling project, it's honestly super easy. I think that's actually probably our last paneling project that we've kind of got planned for this house. So it'd be nice to take a little break from it for a little while, but we're really happy with how it's turned out. I honestly can't wait to get the canvases painted up on the walls, but I'm gonna hold off until our sofa arrives. Fingers crossed in a month. I've already started planning exactly what I want to do on the canvases and stuff. So make sure you are subscribed so you catch the future videos, because we're going to do a whole kind of like styling video for this room, because there's a couple of changes that we want to make with like the bits of furniture and decor, obviously new sofa. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to drop this video a like, because it really supports my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.